What is that, bro?
Hey everyone, Thordan Smash and Ragnar here, and today we're going to be talking about Season 14 changes in meta going on. We're going to go over legend buffs and nerfs, but we're also going to talk about new survival items along with a brand new survival item slot. We're going to do all that and give out 45 bucks. All you got to do is like, comment, subscribe, but without further ado, let's talk about Apex. Okay, so with Season 14 arriving in just 3 weeks, Evan Nikolech actually let us know that after seeing the ALGS tournament that they are planning a ton of changes for next season based on what the pros were doing and how the comp worked out, but also that they've had some changes in store that they are going to be sharing with us very soon. And we actually know quite a bit about what some of those changes are when it comes to just the gameplay mechanics. For instance, we've known for quite a while due to some leaks that there is going to be a laser sight for the SMGs and some of the pistols, not the Mozambique because that's a shotgun, and that it helps reduce the hipfire spread and works quite a bit differently than the barrel stabilizer. Hopefully we also get that Nemesis Burst AR, which was also leaked, as we definitely need a new weapon in the game. There's also been leaked a long time ago the medium shield capacitor, which will heal medium amounts of shields. It actually comes in small, medium, and large, and it's different from a typical survival item because what we have seen is that it takes up a completely different slot. As you can see in this image, it sits right next to the heat shield, so we're getting a brand new type of item to change around the meta going forward in the game, which will definitely impact on how Legends abilities works because Wattson's ultimate also heals shields, and so now we're getting inventory items that actually do the same thing. We can see that even further with iLoot Games leaking a remote banner recovery where you'll be able to recover your teammates' banners from a distance, which in essence does the same thing that Crypto does with his drone. So it seems almost like certain Legend abilities are being able to be put into items that any competitive team can field if they don't want to run one of those Legends. But it also looks like Respawn is finally doing a lot of changes to the Legend abilities, which we haven't really seen since around Season 9. The patch notes have been greatly reduced, but due to ALGS ending, it looks like there are going to be some massive changes coming. The first one we actually need to address is Seer. Now, when Seer first launched in the game, he was incredibly powerful. His abilities were able to flashbang you, and overall, the community was crying out that this legend needed a nerf, and so Respawn made the choice to actually nerf him, and they did a ton of it. And then for the last 3 seasons, people have basically made fun of Seer, that he's a useless legend. Asu, even last month before the ALGS, put out a blanket statement that said Seer was pointless. He would 100% always take Bloodhound over him. And then of course ALGS happened. Everyone witnessed Imperialhal and Hiswattson absolutely dominate with Seer. And now the pros are saying, well, now you need to nerf Seer. But why? He wasn't a problem in the last 3 seasons. And John Larson has even said he thought that Seer's pick rate would eventually pick up. So I don't think Seer is going to go away anytime soon, especially with a brand new map centered around him in Season 15 with the Moon map and them dumping some lore on Twitter for him. This is one of those situations where Seer is actually an incredibly good legend if he's played by Hiswattson or Imperialhal, but 99.9999% of the player base is not Hiswattson or Imperialhal. So you just can't go nerfing characters because 1 or 2 incredibly good players are good with him, because it just doesn't fit the mold for the general player base. However, one legend that we do know for quite a while that is going to be getting a rework is Gibraltar. Josh Medina actually came out and said there's going to be changes after looking at the ALGS pick rates to Gibraltar, Valkyrie, and Caustic. I don't know, once again, how they're going to do Caustic because it seems like a constant juggling. He's always getting buffed and nerfed, and no one ever seems happy about it. But in regards to Gibraltar, back in Season 12, John Larson, a balance designer, said that they don't really want to mess with his bubble too much as he is the only character that has that kind of special ability. Then right before Season 13 launched, another balance designer did come out and said, hey, we're looking at how to affect the health of the bubble. So it seems like Respawn is really going back and forth on this. There is a leaker that some of you may know that has gotten some stuff in the past correct, named Winchester. Do take this with a grain of salt, and this was in Portuguese and I translated it, but that they are going to be giving Gibraltar's bubble and HP the same system that Newcastle has, because Newcastle was actually a test of how much would be adequate. And then he also gave some information about Valk's ultimate will be increased by over a minute, giving it a total of a 4-minute cooldown. Once again, do take with a grain of salt, but this does seem very likely based off of what developers have said. And AG420 also let us know that he found in the files there's a slight nerf to Valkyrie, where now when she's scanning, she'll see all of Mirage's decoys, not just Mirage himself. Let me know down below, what kind of changes would you like to see in the meta, and how do you feel about the new survival items coming into Apex Legends? And until next time, Legends, keep slaying in the Outlands, and we'll see you out there.